In Foxhole, there's a server called Charlie. This server has had an ongoing war for 72 plus days now. The devs have decided to reward these players' hard work by ending the war themselves and dropping the server. For 2.5 months, players have been building bases, managing logistics, and battling on the front lines, only for the devs to step in and bring it to a close. Today we dive into the end of the Forever War. Charlie players, I know you and I are not on the best terms right now, but I need to acknowledge the frustration and disappointment you must be feeling. Even as someone who's often looked at Charlie from the outside, this situation doesn't sit well with me. You were the embodiment of the Forever War meme, a concept we joked about for years that finally became a reality. Your dedication and persistence were a testament to what makes Foxhole so unique. And now all of that hard work has been undone by the devs. What makes this hurt even more is that the devs have not only decided to end your Forever War, but to simply reset it and start a new one. Their reasoning was this: the main reason is to ensure that new players that have joined Charlie in the last month get a chance to experience a war as it's meant to be played, progressing through early, mid, and late phases of the tech tree. End quote. On paper, this might sound reasonable, a fresh start that can attract new players and re-engage some Charlie veterans, but in practice, it feels like a slap in the face to those who have invested 72 plus days of their time and energy into this war. Imagine running a marathon, only to be stopped halfway and told to start over because new runners missed the beginning. It's frustrating, and while my analogy might not be perfect, I think you get my point. Ending the war just to restart it doesn't seem fair. It would have made a lot more sense if the population had really died down, and they decided to keep Charlie offline until the next update. The devs had pointed out that the war had stagnated, with little territory exchange and a maxed out tech tree for the past 50 days. While there's some truth to that, stagnation is part of what makes long wars fascinating. It forces players to adapt, strategize, and find new ways to break through. This, in my opinion, is the essence of Foxhole, a game about perseverance. I do really believe that this approach from the devs was a mistake. If new players want to experience a full war cycle, why not direct them to Able? There's no compelling reason to end this Charlie war prematurely. Yes, the devs have the right to manage the game as they see fit, but this decision feels like an overreach. Your feedback on Discord and Reddit shows how much this war meant to you. Many of you expressed a strong preference for letting the war continue, even if it meant enduring the stalemate. All of these players have poured time, effort, and passion into this conflict, and I believe that's a testament to their resilience and dedication as players. We need to remember that these are real players out there giving it their all every day. I think the devs should consider adding an in-game lore item or Easter egg someplace on the map to honor this war. And something we should all think about, is Foxhole not a war game? Shouldn't it embrace attrition and the long grind of war? I've always loved the idea of long wars, and I've always wished we could have a 2 or 3 month long war with a lot of back and forth between both factions. But maybe that's just a silly dream to have for this game. Burnout is certainly real, and perhaps longer wars aren't sustainable for most players. Still, I can't help but feel this reset won't go as planned. I suspect many Charlie players will take a break, and the new war might only last 2 or 3 weeks before the devs announce a server merge or another intervention. I think it's worth noting that this is the first time the devs have ended a war simply because it lasted too long. Typically, wars are stopped due to low player counts or major updates. Charlie players deserve recognition and a medal for that. For the new Charlie war, I hope the devs consider a more focused approach, like they did with Charlie War 8, where only a few lanes were active. This setup offered a more casual and approachable way to learn the game. Including Navy hexes in this format would be a great addition, allowing players to practice Navy combat as well. I honestly wouldn't mind always having Charlie up if it was set up like this. I hope to see this kind of map for the new Charlie war starting this Friday. And honestly, I do feel bad for the Charlie players that have to see their war end like this. I even stated in my last Charlie video that I hoped it would not come to this and that the players could end the war on their own terms. Despite our past disagreements about Charlie and Able wars, I deeply respect the effort and passion Charlie players bring to the game. At the end of the day, we're all Foxhole players, united by our love for this game. We're all part of the same community. We all love Foxhole in our own way, and that shared passion should bring us together, not drive us apart. This video reflects my personal perspective. It's not gospel, and I'm open to being proven wrong. In fact, many of you reached out after my last video, sharing incredible stories of your experiences in Charlie, and proved me wrong in a few areas I didn't know about. Reading them was a joy, and it's clear you've been having a fantastic time, which is what truly matters. I think we all need to talk more about what we love about this game, and what makes us keep coming back for more. Let's keep the conversation going, not just about what needs to change, but also about what makes Foxhole great. By celebrating the game's strengths while constructively addressing its challenges, we can help ensure it grows and thrives. To the Charlie players, I know this decision feels like a betrayal of your hard work, and I sympathize deeply. I would hate for the devs to end an Able war prematurely. I wish your war could have ended on your terms. As a testament to the incredible dedication that you've shown, I I get what the devs are trying to do with this. In sort of a weird way, it does make sense, but overall I don't agree with their decision to restart the war. I think this situation raises important questions about the role of developers in player-driven games. How much control should they have over the outcome of persistent worlds? Should they step in to resolve issues? Or should they let players sort things out, even if it takes months? What do you think about Siege Camp's decision to restart the Charlie War? Was it the right call to end the stalemate? Or should they have let the players resolve it on their own? Let me know in the comments. As I finished making this video, I got a report that the Charlie War had finally ended. I read several different reports stating that able vet players came and finished it, and some reports that said more Charlie players logged on to finish it. Great job if it was the Charlie players that ended this war. Also, I do still believe this was still all caused by the devs' announcement, and without that announcement, the war would have continued on. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. If you are a Charlie player that is not sure about transitioning to able, please reach out to me on Discord. I would be happy to help you find the right group to play with for either faction, or help you find your place in the able server. I want to make your transition from Charlie to able as easy as possible, so that you can still enjoy this great game. I have an Excel sheet that I've been working on for months now that has a lot of great able clans in it that you can join. If you need any recommendations, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support. Make sure to subscribe for more Foxhole content. I'll see you out on the battlefield. Cheers.